I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking. The Washington Commanders has just signed safety Will Harris from the New Orleans Saints to a 2-year deal. I know what you're thinking. Hey, before you lose your mind and start going crazy about what Adam Peters is doing, let's have a conversation about it.
Welcome to Everything Commanders with your host, Dream Team Buddha. Hail to the Commanders.
All right, so listen, before we get into this video, if you will, do me a kind favor and hit that subscribe button. Help me as I am on the road to 1K. Yes, 1K. I'm trying to build the channel up so that way I can get you all the updates that's needed on the Commanders as soon as they come. So make sure you hit that notification button as well so that way you can get the alerts as soon as I drop a new video or drop some information on the Commanders. So with that being said, let's get into the video. All right, so here we are, day 2. The NFL new league year starts officially tomorrow, March 12th at 4 p.m. The Washington Commanders have made several moves this offseason in regards to, trading for Deebo Samuel, trading for Laremy Tunsil, bringing back Zane Gonzalez, bringing back Bobby Wagner, bringing back Zach Ertz, bringing back Tress Way, and a host of other moves that we have made. We recently signed safety Will Harris of the New Orleans Saints. We lost Jeremy Chin in free agency, and we had to fill the void because right now we haven't brought back Defoe. We only have Percy Butler and Quan Martin on the roster. And if you know like I know, we need more safety help. We would have liked to have gotten Javon Holland from the Miami Dolphins if we couldn't have gotten Hufanga from the San Francisco 49ers. However, both of them guys got big-time deals. They both signed 3-year deals for over $45 million with their teams or whatever the case may be. So they no longer on the board. So we've been searching for a safety, I assume, over the past 12 hours. And that's what led us to taking safety Will Harris. I kind of scratched my head a little bit because I believe that Justin Reed is, he's considered to be better than Will Harris. We none of us really know too much about Will Harris. I mean, he was drafted by the Lions. They traded up to get him. Things didn't work out over there in Detroit. He did do good at the combine, and if you pay close attention to his combine measurables and what his grades were with the combine, it was similar to Jeremy Chin. Will Harris ran a 4.41, and he got some good ball skills, whatever the case may be. It just haven't translated into the NFL as of yet. With the moves that we've made, it kind of affected any further moves that we can make, because we still have needs on the roster. We still need a defensive end that can contain the edge, control the edge, and also rush the passer. We have not brought back Dante Fowler yet. And I'm saying yet as if we're going to bring him back, but there's no guarantee that we're going to bring him back. He's already fed up with the team. Well, probably not fed up with the team. I may have said a little too much with that. But he's already fed up with the negotiation process. So we definitely need to get a defensive end. We missed out on the cornerback, as in Travarius Ward. I know he was one of the top, targets that we were looking for during the free agency. As soon as it hit, I thought that we was going to land him. I thought that was one of the people we would land, no question. This off the strength of the connection that Adam Peters has with Travarius Ward, because both of them were in San Francisco together. However, Travarius Ward is no longer on the board because he got signed by the Indianapolis Colts for a nice little deal. So we signed the defensive tackle Javon Kinlaw, formerly from the 49ers and the Jets, we gave him a $45 million deal. Also, when we traded for Laramie Tunsil yesterday, it brought over, I think, north of $20 million per year, as far as what's counting towards the cap. I know we can afford them, but at the same time, no matter how much money you got, it's still a cap, and you got to stick to whatever the cap amount is that you have. I'm not too sure how much money the Commanders have at this current moment, and I'll take a look into it and to see what it is. But I know right now we currently sit in a place where we only have, I believe, 6 picks in this year's NFL draft. We've spent, I want to say, half of our money at least. I can't confirm that right now, but we spent a lot of money, especially on bringing in Laramie Tunsil, taking on his contract. The Deebo Samuels trade and Jonathan Allen leaving, that pretty much trumps that right there. So that was pretty much about an even trade-off type situation, even though the Jonathan Allen went to the Minnesota Vikings today. But it was only like a $1 million difference in, cap space. But Javon Kinlaw, I'm not too sure what his cap hit will be towards our cap, but I know he's pretty much receiving $15 million a year. So we spent some money, and also we brought back, Zach Ertz and Bobby Wagner and all them people. We brought all them back on, $7 to $10 million deals. So I'm pretty sure we spent some money, and our money is pretty much accounted for. I'm not too sure how much we got left, and that's very important. But we sit in a place where it starts to grow some type of concern for Commanders fans. Not all, but some of us. And for me, I would say I'm just sitting back to watch Adam Peters do what he does best. And I'm watching this, and I'm looking at updates as well, so forgive me. I'm going to give him the chance I'm going to give him the chance to, right now the ball's in his court. So right now, to me, he can't do no wrong. And so right now he's in good standing with me. So it only could get worse. It only could get worse. I think that so far he's been great. And I kind of want to, I'm not going to accuse him of being a bad GM or anything like that. It's too early on. I don't know. What are we talking about? We can't be talking about those type of things just early on. The guy hasn't made a bad move yet, really. Okay? And when he make mistakes or he thinks something can happen, he don't hold on to stuff too long. Okay? We drafted Brandon Coleman last year in the 4th round, I believe, and he came in and said he was a tackle. And a lot of people question, was Brandon Coleman a tackle? He still may very well be a tackle. We don't know what they're going to do with him in this system, whether they're going to line him up on left guard or right guard or right tackle, because we got Sam Cosmi down with an injury. So I cannot. I'm not going to look. I'm gonna look at the glass half full. I'm a half full type guy, and I'm gonna be optimistic. And I believe in AP, and I stand by him in the moves he make until he do me wrong. I don't believe he will, but anyway, that's neither here nor there. Will Harris, the safety from the Saints, come over to the Commanders. 2-year deal worth the max $8 million, and worth two-year $8 million deal worth the max $10 million. Now, Jeremy Chin signed with the Raiders for 2 years, $16 million, if I'm not mistaken. 2 years, $18 million. And I know some of you all thinking like, well, why we just didn't sign Jeremy Chin? Why we couldn't give up a couple more million to bring in Jeremy Chin? And I kind of started feeling like that for a second too, but I had to catch myself because we don't know what the ramifications were when they were negotiating the deal for Jeremy Chin. We don't know what it was. It's the same way with De'Ami Brown. We don't know what it was. Yes, he's getting $10 million over there with the Jags. Do I think De'Ami Brown was worth $10 million here? No. Honestly speaking, no. But it wasn't too far off. I will give him an $8 million deal. But you got to look at it like this. Maybe De'Ami was fighting for a longer deal. And then he tested free agency and said to himself, okay, I want a long-term deal, but obviously the little bit of work that I put in the playoffs isn't gaining me the type of offers that I'm looking for. So he said, if I'm going to do a 1-year prove-it deal, I'm going to go where it best suits me, and it's the better fit for him. You know, in Jacksonville, you know, they have BTJ. They just traded away Christian Kirk. They don't have many weapons there. Deebo Samuel's here. Once we made that trade to Deebo Samuels, De'Ami already knew he had to get up out of here, because the way we use De'Ami Brown is similar how we going to use Deebo Samuel. And there's no other weapon best to use in that situation than Deebo Samuel. So he knew his reps were going to be limited. Yeah, he can catch the deep ball, but we used him mainly last year for screens and stuff like that. Like, De'Ami Brown caught more screens than I ever seen. Okay? So maybe he didn't like the way that we were using him. So he's gone. So that deal that Jeremy Chin got, 2 years, $16 or $18 million, you can't compare the numbers to Will Harris deal to Jeremy Chin. That's not the way it works. So it ain't always as it seems. So let's not jump to conclusions there. However, let's talk about the new addition to the team in Will Harris. All right. So like I said, when Will Harris came out, you know, he came out as a cornerback, and they had high hopes for this guy. Okay. He ran a 4.41, had good combine grades and so forth and so on. It didn't work out in Detroit, so they traded him. They released him. He got signed. His deal ran out, and then he signed with the Saints last offseason. Did a 1-year deal, and he didn't have the big time season that showed all the stats and all that, or whatever the case may be. But at the same time, he was very, very productive. He's a great tackler. He's a big time hitter. The boy can hit. And that's one thing I love about Quan Martin, because he can tackle, right? Quan Martin ain't giving you all the stats that you want, all the interceptions that you would love to, see your free safety get. But he's active. He's there to tackle. He's your last line of defense. Also, with Will Harris being a savvy vet will be a good thing. He's got great experience. You really don't want to put no rookies right there unless you have to. And who's to say the Washington Commanders don't draft a safety at 29? We don't know. Right now, everything is up in the air. We really don't know what's going to happen. We'll get a good idea of what's going to take place as we get closer and closer to the draft. Right now, we need a pass rusher, edge rusher, an edge setter, a run-stuffing defensive end. And I know that's a lot to ask for in one person. But what if they go bring Tank Lawrence over here? DeMarcus Lawrence. What if they go bring him over here? If he's fully healthy. If he's fully healthy, what if they go bring him here? Then everything starts to shift. You're like, okay, well, where they going to go? But you got to think of it like this, dog. The Washington Commanders, Adam Peters, is going to do whatever he can to put this team in the best situation possible. The best situation possible. And I know it seemed like, oh yeah, they were saying, yeah, everybody want to play with Jaden Daniels. Everybody want to play. Yeah, everybody want to play with Jaden Daniels till it's time to play with Jaden Daniels. They want to get compensated to play. They want to get compensated very well. You got to think about it. These NFL prospects, these NFL players, should I say, they got families to feed. So once you do your rookie year deal, your rookie contract, once you complete that, you try to get your big contract, right? Once you complete that, then you got a chance for one more contract before they consider you an old man. That's what Jonathan Allen did. Played on his rookie deal, got his big-time contract. Then his last hoorah, he signed with the Minnesota Vikings. 3 years, $60 million. That's how it goes. So that's probably why De'Ami Brown said, I'm going to do a 1-year deal, because he hasn't done anything in his first 4 years with the Commanders. So he said, well, I'm going to do a 1-year deal, and I'm going to do a prove-it deal, and hopefully I can, put some great stats up and put good footage on film. So that way he can get the big contract that he's looking for, that he so desire. And the same way with Jeremy Chin. I don't understand Jeremy Chin. Maybe he thought his value was here. I kind of thought his value was here. I ain't gonna lie to you. I kind of thought that Jeremy Chin deserved at least a 3-year deal. A 3-year, $35 million contract. That's what I thought he deserved. Or better. But he only had one great year, for real. So I know it's a hard decision for Adam Peters to make, but he made it. So because he made it, and because he's our GM, I may not like everything that he does. I may not love it, but at the same time, as I've stated since day one, since Adam Peters came across that threshold, I am going to support and stand with Adam Peters in this new regime until they show me otherwise. It's been questionable a little lately, and I know a lot of people was worried about Larry Tunsil. Man, that boy is him. Went to the Pro Bowl the last 3 seasons. We needed a solidified left tackle. Yeah, I know we could have waited for Brandon Coleman to develop, but at the same time, you got to understand this. Jaden Daniels put the team where we are. That's the cost of being great. This is what happens when your team is great. When you got a quarterback on that's so young that puts you in win now mode. You got to do whatever you got to do to get that Super Bowl ring. That's what it's all about. It's about Super Bowl ring. It ain't about building the best roster. It's about getting that Super Bowl ring, hosting that Lombardi trophy, adding the 4th trophy to the trophy case. That's what it's about. That's why people don't understand how the Eagles going crazy like they go. Hold up, the Cowboys did so. I'm sorry. Okay, they re-signed Kevontae Turpin. Cool. But they don't understand about the Eagles as far as, yeah, they snuck up on people, but they've been doing what they've been doing, grabbing people that, signing people that you wouldn't think they would sign, like the C.J. Gardner-Johnson or the Josh Sweat or like they've been making some key trades, and when they signed Nolan, when they drafted Nolan Smith, N'Kobe Dean, Zach Bond, they signed him. They've been doing what they supposed to do, bro. Over the years, everything ain't from the draft. If you could get a solid 1 or 2 draft prospects to become a part of your core team, then you winning. The more picks you got, the better off you'll be as far as hitting gold on one of them prospects. We don't know how many picks we'll end up with come the time the draft comes. I'm telling y'all, we may not be picking at 29. We may trade that pick to pick up more picks. I'm telling you, it's either one or the other. We're going to trade that pick to pick up more picks, or it's going to be a guy there that's going to help this team win ball games. And we sit there and we take him, or we're going to trade that pick and get multiple picks back to have more shots, more chances at getting what we need during the draft. Like, I would love to see us get a change of pace running back. Like, I like Henderson, dog. I like Henderson. I like Jalen Juggins. Can't think of his name. Judon. He nice. He nice. These backs that's gonna be sitting there when we about to pick. We know Amari Hampton and your guy Ashton Genty gonna be gone. So anyway, I don't want to ramble too much, but we signed the safety Will Hurst to a 2-year deal. Now he comes in as a savvy vet to play either free safety or strong safety. I'm not too sure how the rotation is going to be. But right now we have Will Hurst, Quan Martin, and Percy Butler is our 3 safeties on the roster. Dominique Hampton is no longer a safety. He's a linebacker. He's a linebacker on the depth chart. Now, I don't know if he's going to switch back or whatever, but he's considered a linebacker. So we shall see. And now, hopefully, we make some more deals before the day is out and whatnot. But everything won't be official until tomorrow at 4 p.m. So, yeah. I know some of you all may be feeling some type of way about this move to sign the safety, Will Hurst. Just do me one favor. Before you feel some type of way, before you lose your mind over the situation, or even before you celebrate over the situation, take some time, think about it, and then, voice your opinion. That's what I would recommend. But anyway, let me know how y'all feel. If you feel some type of way about the situation or you feel great about it, whether it's good or bad, drop it down in the comments, because I really want to know how y'all feel about this situation. You think Will Hurst can help? Do you even know about Will Hurst? Who would you like us to sign in free agency that's left? Because it's free agency starting to dry up. Starting to dry up. So who would you rather us sign in free agency? Drop it down in the comments, because I want to know if y'all feel like I feel. I'm just a Commanders fan that love my Commanders. I ain't a GM. Adam Peters is a GM. He's the selected GM of the team. So pump your brakes, y'all. Pump your brakes. Adam Peters has it under control until otherwise. So, yeah, that's going to do it for your guy. If you're new to the channel, do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button. Help me get to 1K. I'm on a road to 1K right now. Right now, I'm on the road to 1K. If you can help the channel grow, help me build this channel up. I've only had this channel for about 2 months or so. The better off this channel be, the better off I'll be able to run the show and be able to get you all the content you so greatly deserve. The information when it comes to the Commanders and everything Commanders. Like the channel says, everything Commanders. So, yeah. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, turn the bell notification on so that way you can get notified when I drop a video or something on YouTube. And make sure you follow me on Instagram, Facebook, all that Dream Team Boot. I appreciate you all. And I'm going to get up out of here. And I'll be back if we make another deal or whatever the case may be. I'll be right back here in front of this camera giving y'all all the information and all the news as far as everything Commanders. So like I always say, left hand up. Who are we? The Commanders.